Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, we will be playing in the Object 268 version 4, a Tier 10 Soviet collector tank destroyer, a vehicle that I personally think Wargaming has basically ruined in the latest update of the game, like completely destroyed the majority of this vehicle's point and capability. Let me explain, right? The lower plate of the 268 version 4, with enhanced armor, used to be about 350 millimeters effective. But in the latest changes of the game, when they changed enhanced armor, they removed 25% of its capabilities. So the armor went from 350 to around 340-ish millimeters effective on the lower plate. And then, not only that, but Wargaming made it so that Calibrated, instead of having a 10% buff to heat, now has a 13% buff to heat. So vehicles like, let's say, the 5A, which used to have 330 mils of heat pen with Cali, and had no way of cutting through the V4's lower plate, now feature way more pen. 340 mils, meaning that even the lowest heat pen tier 10 heavies can now cut through a 268 version 4's lower plate relatively easily. It's literally just a double whammy. They nerfed its armor, and they made its enemies have more pen. Like, wow, that's pretty crazy. The other thing that happened to the 268 version 4 is that Wargaming nerfed vertical stabilizers and buffed Refined gun. Refined is pretty good if you're sitting still and, you're going to aim at people from a distance, but this is not a distance tank. It's a frontline style vehicle, and it has APCR standard. So with the nerfed on movement dispersion values as well, I mean, look at the size of this gun on move. It's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. So when you pair all these things together, yeah, I do think the V4 is in the worst state it's ever been. And it's pretty sussler, I'm not going to lie. Now, the gun still hits very, very hard. But look at that. Right there. Chieftain. This is a heavy that has some of the worst premium pen in Tier 10. A Chieftain Mark 6 cuts through our lower plate. Like, what's the point of even driving this vehicle if a Chieftain can cut through? That's so freaking rat. And that's kind of what I've been experiencing in the tank. Now, it's not to say the vehicle's bad, but I think they have completely ruined the main, reason that you would drive this tank. Obviously, the WZ pens me, but thankfully, with... Ooh, we actually got a bounce there. But I was going to say, with reactive armor activated, we actually do get a pretty decent bounce. Oh, so we just have no support from our team. Is that what I'm looking at? We got the tight YOLOing me. Yep, there you go. Goes right through my lower plate. Oh, and he's just going to YOLO me too. Okay. Where's my team, bro? What am I playing? What am I playing? What am I playing? Great job, WZ. You YOLO'd me and killed yourself. I'm absolutely speechless right now. I can't back up because I got tanks on my rear. What am I playing right now, bro? What is this game? What is this? Wow. Alright. I guess I'll just, take every shot for every player on the team, and that was really fun. Alright, well, we're gonna chill here. We're gonna get a nice shot into the STB. However, we have 1, 2, 3 full health tanks sitting behind me, not doing all too much. We got 20 seconds left until we get our reactive back. Also, I never realized this. You can't actually knock down this tree here. That's pretty interesting. Alright, well, we still got the type. We still got the 50B. And if that 50B tries to rush me, we're going to load in a high explosive shell. And there you go, 788. Then we got to wiggle it, and, yep, right through my lower plate. I mean, we did alright. We did 3,800. But the armor on our type, or not our type, sorry, our V4, useless. I mean... useless! The armor didn't work at all. Every single player on their team went through our lower plate with no issues whatsoever. Personally, I think it's kind of a joke. Now, to be fair, the team also that we had is really disappointing. I mean, bro, what are you doing, E50? What are you doing? Yeah. So, it's not to say, like, it's completely the V4's fault that this game is going out the way it is, but, it's a little sussler. You know what's the most exciting thing in this game is watching my Caro dump his reserve shell. You know what the most exciting thing in this game is? It's called watching my Caro dump his reserve shell 3 times in a row. 2 of those times missing the reserve shell. Wow, that was an impressive game to watch. We won. We did 3,800 damage, and we did an okay amount, but we really just didn't block much, I'm gonna be honest. Our armor was completely useless. The only thing that kept me alive that game was basically reactive armor. If I didn't have reactive on when the WZ shot me, I would have died. To be fair, my team is at fault for me almost dying there. I had multiple tanks, including a 183 sitting behind me, and they just allowed the WZ to poke me for the first time. Thankfully, he got nuked the second time, but still, a little cringe, not gonna lie. But I think you already understand my point just from that first game with my feelings on the V4. The armor just feels utterly useless, and it's rather disappointing. Honestly, the 50B and Type 71 that I got 2 bounces from, that was just a skill issue. The Type 71, especially with premium ammo, can cut through my entire lower plate with 0 effort whatsoever. And same for the 50B. I mean, the 50B is like 360 millimeters of APCR pen. So because of that, it's pretty impressive in terms of the penetration area. Now, I think that's the same E50M from last battle, and I really hope it isn't, because that guy, well, he was pretty brain dead. We are spotted. Ah, how fun. Well, we were able to cross. If I'm detected, it's a bat chat, because, you know, Wargaming allows that tank to have 400,000 meters of view range and to be able to spot you from 2 zip codes away. We are going to move up. I'm spotted again. I'm 100% confident that there is something in this bush over here. We're just going to keep going up. We got plenty of teammates behind us, and they're going to start running. I'm very confident in that. We'll see. We will see. But I have a feeling... Oh, we got a 183 in front. There you go. 692. The one thing I do like about the V4 is obviously the fact it features a really high alpha gun. And that means that you can absolutely chunk players that, well, have a lot of health. So, pretty good stuff so far. Oh, we got the 752, and we hit him. But for some reason, they have a WZ camping in their spawn. By the way, the 752 can easily cut through my armor as well. You have to remember that Wargaming buffing heat pen didn't just give it to the tier 10s, it gave it to the tier 9s as well, allowing vehicles like the 752 to probably be able to cut through my armor quite easily, if I'm going to be real. So we took a blind shot at the 752. Ooh, and a big old chunk from our 704 there. Alright, well, we are going to aim it on the rear of the E5 very briefly, and... oh, I like how that WZ is just... ah, there it is. There it is. Is my game over? I'm already down to 220 health. I mean, this is what I deal with on a daily basis with the V4. It's just the armor is pretty useless, and I'm not gonna lie, sitting in front of a WZ was probably my fault, but it doesn't take away from the fact that we've basically gotten 0 bounces this entire time. We're gonna aim it on the WZ. Ah, yeah. And then there's the gun, which is literally the least accurate gun in the game. That's who shot me. The Conf Pans are camping in their spawn. Or not even in their spawn, but all the way in the back of the map. Well, there's no world I'm hitting that, so I'm not even going to bother. Our E50 will maybe finally start moving up and spot that WZ who's sitting back there. We'll see. I'm just going to wait here. I can't really move up anymore. Oh, WZ does get spotted, and there you go. 643 damaging shot, which is decent. I mean, we're going to win. That's the good news. But, like, look at that. We even have a pen that's just right on our engine deck. I don't even know how that's possible, to be completely honest. We're just going to take a blind shot at the Kampfpanzer 50-ton. Don't know if it hit, but that was actually a perfectly aimed shot and everything. Like, it went directly where I wanted it to. And we're going to have our oh, we didn't hit him. I mean, there's no way we're ever going to be able to get to his vehicle from this position. So, we'll just wait. About 80 years later, we did come out with a victory. 3,000 damage dealt, 2,150 assisted, which is pretty good, but I'm going to be completely honest. The V4 is just the most mediocre tier 10 tank destroyer in the game right now. Let's go over its accuracy values, first of all. 0.407. 0.4! That's awful! The 183 has 0.35 dispersion with refined on, and even if you're not running refined, it's almost the same dispersion as the V4. And the V4 has APCR standard, which is absolutely trash bag awful. I really don't see a reason why you would want to pull this tank out that much in the current meta. It is a decent credit earner, but man, it's just... they ruined, in my opinion, the major strengths that this vehicle had. And when you pair that with the fact that the gun misses like every 3 shots right in front of you, it can be incredibly disappointing. So let's do one more game, and I go town. Oh my god, bro. There's no way. There's no way you're going town. Yeah, nah, you go alone. See ya. Bye. Imagine being a Droodles fan and then proceeding to go town. You're not a fan of mine. I'm sorry. And if you do watch my content, I hope you see this video, because I'm very disappointed in you, bro. It's just crazy. I don't understand how you can be under the thought process of going town on Middleburg in 2024 is a good idea. Alright, let's see what we can do. We got the U100 and the 183 down low, which at least gives us some decent information of where to push. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to push up top. I'm just going to say attack, and I'm going to just full speed. That's kind of what you do in the V4. You just hold the W key. Now, I do like that at least this tank isn't the slowest vehicle ever, so you can achieve a decent level of, you know, mobility in the tank. What we're going to do is we are literally going to drive right over this ridge, and we're going to bonk the E5 for 500? Wow, that might be the lowest roll I've ever seen come out of this tank, I'm being completely honest. 508. That's pretty freaking tragic, bruh. 508. Wow. Well, 534! What is the game doing to me right now? 534 and 508 from a 650 Alpha. Oh my god. Alrighty then. Well, we got one more chance, and 721. Well, at least we got one good roll. I don't think that made up for the other ones, but I guess it's better than nothing, right? This is where the V4 isn't, like, terrible. It's, you know, got some DPM, which isn't the worst thing ever. Not only that, but it does hit pretty hard if you can pen a high explosive. Ooh. Okay, that made up for our bad rolls before. So, honestly, if you want my opinion on the 268 version 4 in the current meta, I think that obviously it still has potential. And I'm not calling it just a flat-out bad tank, because it's not. Like, you can do well in it. You can get out some good bonks, and we can see that I've done exactly that in this game. We have completely deleted the Rhino, and, well, we did pretty good. But, at the same time, we've also run into a situation where our team isn't doing all too amazing here. I'm going to try and push this FE2 and 5B183 if I can. Oh, that works too. We got the 100 in front. Let's activate... Ow, wait a sec. Bro doesn't even have the top gun. I wonder if he'll pen me as a stock player. I wonder if he can pen me. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Oh, he actually does. I just over-angled it. That was my fault, though. All right, let's just aim it on his track wheel. There you go, 633 shot. They have a 50B left and a TVP. I have not seen the 50B all game, so we're going to aim in on... Ah, there he is, of course. Coming out of China. All right, well, let's aim it on the 100. Thank God we high roll it. The 50B, if he's not bad, won't bounce me. But looks like he doesn't know exactly where to aim. And we're just going to keep wiggling, and there you go. 740 high explosive into his rear. Then he's going to back into the open, allowing the 2 and 5B to aim in on him as well. So we are just going to chill right here, and bruh, man's just running away. There you go. Easy clear. So, as I said, the 268 version 4, it has potential. And I want to point that out now, because I'm going to title the video Wargaming Ruined This Tank, which I do think they did. I really think they took away the major capabilities. Obviously, when I'm fighting 40%ers like that E100 in town, and the 41%, and the 50B 43%. So obviously when you're fighting people that are absolute trash bag at the game, that's where the V4 is going to do well. But I can tell you for a fact that in games where you actually need the armor to work, like the last 2 battles, it really feels just painful. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about the 268 version 4. Do you think it's a good tank? Do you think it's a bad tank? I just wish that they buffed its lower plate by about 10-15 millimeters. They can leave everything else the same. But I think that the lower plate really should be not a weakness on the tank. I think that the sides and the hatch should be a weakness, and the gun's accuracy should be bad. But if they want to leave the armor the way it is, it definitely needs an accuracy buff and AP standard. That's how I see it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.